they fit the mission.
Shalom, give us a second. Making sure, double check GMS Chicago.
Did you hit it?
Somebody move my bag away. Somebody put on my.
It's a big ass power cord right behind it.
Move my bag out. Somebody trip.
Are we good?
It says live. Now let me check the channel for our
The water.
Open Forum. I didn't get the notification of when it's live.
Okay, con.
20 minutes.
It's a little shoulder.
Still steaming over that ass.
Is it in my phone or why is it not reading the connection? It says it's going live, but then it doesn't go.
I might have to switch phone.
The other
One
channel
second.
you're trying to go and see that says.
Yeah, I know, because I have to still call the people, because there's a so it's not.
No, you good. For the record, our channel is live.
We live, brother. We ready.
Right behind you. Go ahead, just keep it rolling. Horizontal.
Be patient, people that's watching us tuning in. Just trying to get things set up. Shalom to everybody.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
And there we go.
Shalom. Hey, shalom. Take your cameras out, everybody. Get your cameras out. We have dignity. We got royalty in the house.
Yeah, welcome. Y'all here been happy that our brother has arrived.
Exactly.
That's right. So, shalom. Shalom.
Shakari.
It's good to go. Should be now.
Looking for signals.
Be Esau hating on me.
Definitely possibility.
Meanwhile, somebody get a Habakkuk 2.
Got it.
Hey,
Pulling a pop.
Brother, quick on the drum.
and it reads.
Right. As such. Starting at the top.
John, brother.
All right. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon a tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved."
And what's that tower? You know, he's standing upon the high tower like the watchtower. Even the Jehovah Witness got a magazine called the Watchtower. Even though ain't nobody among them watching, we are. But that's what it's talking about. The men of the Lord are supposed to be watching and paying attention to the news. And if you're watching, you should be excited over the news that's happening in these last couple years or so.
That's right,
And
man.
especially in these recent 4 or 5 months, man.
Right.
Yeah,
All right, it's looking good for us and bad for Esau.
That's right.
that's
All
right.
right, and they've been exposed. Everyone is they look. The imposters that are in our land are being put on blast by the whole fucking world.
That's
All
right.
right, and by their own people. All right,
I'm officially saluting you all.
Con. Yeah, it's the water, brother.
Yeah.
There was so much going on, I forgot that we didn't even do that.
We'll do it live.
But finish that scripture, and then we'll salute him.
Okay. Wait, I finished verse 1.
Finish. Go ahead to
Okay.
verse 3, and then we'll
Oh,
salute him.
okay. Verse 2. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Praise the Lord.
Yep.
And it's not tearing, it's happening. All right, so first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that are out there doing this work, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. The 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen, that look like the heathen, the Israelite foreigners. This is not a black thing. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, all right, we say sincerely, Shalom.
That's right.
All right, and lots of things that happen. It's a lot, open forum. While we were on the line yesterday, and I did a video on it, earlier. But while we were on the line yesterday, I opened up my phone and saw a story about a baby, a 6-month-old Edomite baby, that got devoured by its own family, by its own dog.
Yeah,
Basically, the family dog was a husky that they had for 8 years, and this 6-month-old, somebody get that be teeth. I mean, the beast.
I got it right here.
Spirits created for vengeance, by Shah.
It's
So go ahead, brother.
It's Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Right. So in their fury, those spirits are laying on sore strokes. They're hurting their prey, their victim. And what? And what?
It said, in the time of the destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Ooh, so it's appeasing the wrath of him that made them. Somebody look up the word appease. Matter of fact, let's get a Etamon dictionary definition, and then let's get it in the blue letter, if we can get it.
This is the etymology of the word appease, circa 1300, Apison, reconciled, Old French apaiser, to pacify, make peace, appease, be reconciled, placate, from the phrase pacier, to bring peace, to peace, meaning pacify one who is angry.
So while you are dying painfully, getting sore strokes, being beaten to death, being eaten, being burned, being stabbed, being shot, it's appeasing, it's making the Lord happy. See, you people think you know the Most High God, and you do not. All right?
But that scene out of Players Club, do something to make you feel good.
The Lord is going to need a lot of appeasing. And a lot of you 2/3 niggas and spiggers.
Bring it out.
A lot of you 2/3 niggas and spiggers are getting ready to receive death by pain. And it can't come fast enough. It can't. Finish it, Capo, and then bring out
Oh,
what
that
you got,
was
bro. No.
I got the blue letter.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is it's Kapar, Pops. It's Kapar, Strong's number H3722. And it means it's a few definitions, but it's to cover over, alright, to atone for sin, and persons by legal rights to be covered over, to placate, cancel, to disannul, cleanse, purge. So when you're going through that judgment, man, that's when your sins are being forgiven. Now it can be let go after you get hit with your judgment. Man.
Come on. You know, let them finish that. Actually, Capo, you should have read 29 and 32, man.
No, it's
Oh, Salakia.
Yeah, I wasn't done. I was just waiting for them to finish that.
Go ahead, brother. Salakia.
This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 29. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Yeah, Salakia, brother. I'm still steaming over that incident with that spigot that I had to deal with earlier. All right. So my mind ain't been right. I'm still angry, man. But go ahead.
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
So look, and the beauty of it is for you 2/3 niggas the Lord said by the hand of his people Israel. All right? Because Yahushua got to get his glory and his vengeance first. But he's going to get a green light to his men. So for all the offenses that you've done to the men of the Lord, all the slander coming from some of these fraudulent sellout camps, all the lies and the slander, because they can't compete with us, with the understanding of the scriptures, with the edification in the scriptures. These 3,000 men camp, but only 2 men, only 5 men are making videos. Because the other men aren't apt to teach.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 15 and start with 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as for us to death, and such as are to the sword, and such as are for the famine, to the famine, and such are for captivity, to the captivity.
So the Lord is going to let some of you catch famine. You're going to starve to death, which is probably one of the worst deaths you can actually.
That's right.
Because it's a slow, agonizing death. All right. People will be afraid to burn to death, but as horrible as it is, that's a pretty fast death. All right. The sword can be pretty brutal. All right. Depending on how it comes.
That's right.
All right. But that famine, that slow
Pine away death,
watching your loved ones, your children pine away, and that's it's funny. Because a lot of you women has used your children as leverage, as a meal ticket to destroy men. And a lot of you gonna end up eating them little nigglets and spigots.
And some of them gonna eat you.
And some of them gonna eat you. Right? Because there's a whole lot of death coming at the hand of people's own family members as of lately, man. It's constantly in the news. Right. Women killed, especially women killed in their little ones.
That's right.
Right? Outside of the fact that they go to the clinic, but they're killing them, after they're toddlers and stuff like that. But then you got these kids that grow up and murder their damn parents.
Yeah.
This is the love of many has waxed cold, truly, man. Well, a man would threaten to shoot you over some dog shit.
There was a lady that shot her 12-year-old son for pulling a USB cord out of the radio, and she was mad about it because he didn't put it back, and she blew him away. And then while he was dying,
So it was a black woman.
it was a so-called black.
It was a black
bitch, a bitch.
It was a so-called
Well, it's
sister.
just like the one who got into the car accident. Because speaking on the story,
A
when
lady, that wasn't
when the baby got eaten, when the Edomite baby got eaten by the husky, all right, half devoured.
Really?
The other story that went along with that was the woman who let her boyfriend, grape her 15-year-old daughter and shot her twice with a shotgun.
Right.
Shot her with clearly it was birdshot because the girl lost the eye and use of one of her arms, and they never gave her medical attention. All right. And it wasn't for the fact that they got into a car accident, and that's how it was discovered when the authorities came and now they both being charged with murder. Those two actually, you shouldn't even waste time with a trial. They need to just send them straight to them fresh new guillotines. All right.
And the nigga
And she was a nigga woman.
right. Don't forget the nigga that stuffed the baby wipes down his child's throat to keep from crying. And then the black bitch, make sure I say it, the black bitch went up there and defended him when he got sentenced.
Wow.
They say God gonna be the last. Well, the fuck, he just killed this child.
Wait, he stuffed baby wipes to stop the baby from
Nigga,
crying.
yeah. And
That
he
shit
said he claimed that
Did he not think? Well, maybe he didn't. He just had a demon on when he was as stupid as hell.
he gonna try to say his thing is, oh, he did that, he choked on it. Well, if that's the case, you right there supposed to stop it. No, you stopped that shit down his throat.
You caused him to choke to death, dumbass.
Yeah, ain't no he just got the baby like he did.
Oh no, I just put it in his mouth and I didn't tell him to choke. Shut your dumb ass. Somebody take this nigga to the cage.
See, that's why one of these 4 sword judgments is coming. Verse 3. And I will appoint over them four kinds, saith the Lord. So no, you can bring that one because it's a different one. And I'm appointing for them 4 kinds, saith the Lord: the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls. And that's why they got it, because the dogs to tear. The dog ate that little baby, man. ate it
Yeah.
up like lunch, right? All right. And I will appoint over them for 4 kinds, save the Lord: the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. And with all these dogs, when I was doing UPS over the Christmas break, every house, if not every other house, had a fucking dog. Coming over in the hood, down there, everybody got a motherfucking dog. And lately, a lot of people been letting dogs go because again, folk can afford these goddamn dogs. So these dogs be out here ripping and roaming. So right now, the city will come up and grab them up. But in that day, they're not gonna be able to come grab them up, and them dogs gonna go out. It's gonna be raving packs of dogs.
They're
Man.
gonna get together. They're gonna establish an alpha.
That's right.
You know, the alpha gonna be established, and then who let the dogs out? Right, and you know, you gonna have roving packs of dogs. And who do you think they're gonna attack first? Old people or little people?
No, they're gonna
Right.
women on their period.
They gonna them too. They're gonna attack women and small children, old people, man. The people who's slow and they can't fight back, or you know, or whose fight back is you know so weak that they just you know they succumb. You know, and that's a reality. That's gonna happen, man. And I remember we watched a video a couple years back of that Mexican chick when them dogs was attacking her. And instead of going toward town, she ran out to the field out in the middle of nowhere, and they found what was left of her. All right, when them dogs started jumping up and nipping her, I think she was down in Mexico somewhere.
This guy
You know?
got by a pack of dogs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Damn, little dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, them little hot dogs. There was a nigga who
Damn, that was so agonizing.
That's all they say.
God damn.
There was a
That's all they
nigga.
say.
Absolutely.
And this is why the prophets get the bad rap, all right? Because we come in with the message of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And all these things that we're talking about, we want them to hurry and happen.
And they're scriptural.
Yes.
This isn't coming from our own thoughts. Well, something we just got together and decided we just gonna wish and pray wickedness on people. You people are completely and totally out of order, completely wicked. Many of you women and you men too, is completely out of order, wicked as fuck, and you deserve the punishments that are written.
Absolutely. And matter of fact, we had brought out that Habakkuk in the beginning, right? And I'm gonna go back to it in this Habakkuk 2:2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Readeth what? The vision. Now I'm gonna go into this word vision, which comes from the Hebrew H2377, which is chazawan. Chazawan, which is vision, oracle, prophecy. All right, so it's the prophecy of the Most High God, because right here in Isaiah 46, and this is Isaiah 46:9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High God, and there is none else. I am the Most High God, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done. You see, that's prophecy right there, right? So it says, saying, my counsel shall stand. My counsel. We're talking about the Most High's counsel. That counsel is the same thing as the vision, right? The counsel is the prophecies. The vision is the prophecies. The vision is the oracles, the sayings, the will of the Creator. And it says, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Because remember, we got that appease. It appease the wrath of him who made them, right? Who made everyone? The Most High God. So it appeases his wrath. That's his pleasure, all right, to go ahead and put judgment on those who's against his will, who's against his righteousness. And you have the men of the Lord, the prophets, that are the mouthpiece of the Most High God, that are the prophets that speak the oracles, that speak the prophecies, that speak the will, that speak the message of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and the people don't like it. You got it?
Hey, like you were saying, the prophets got this message, and whether you like it or not, it's talking about our own people dying. When you read Jude, it talks about Enoch, the seventh from Adam, talking about this judgment that's going to come upon this people. It says the Lord is going to return with thousands upon thousands of his angels to do what? To execute vengeance. Right?
Vengeance.
That includes you 2/3 niggas. The Lord ain't forgot O Israel, Israel, thou that killeth the prophets. All right? There's 2/3 everywhere. Not only here in Babylon, you got 2/3 in Japan, you got 2/3 in Africa. You're going to get your due judgment.
Well, the 2/3 is only in America.
Okay.
You got wicked Israelites scattered abroad, but 2/3, that's what we talked about America.
Okay.
Right? But the point is that hey, there is wicked Israelites all over the world that's gonna get caught up in that judgment. Is what the brother was saying. You see? But what you got?
I had
Shikari?
something real quick, cause if you can't get the correction from the word, the Lord has a correction called amendment, right? This is 2 Ezra 16:19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And the word amendment goes in for correction. So if you can't get the correction from the prophets,
That's
you
it.
gotta get it through torture.
Right.
You gotta get it through famine. You gotta
Right.
get through pestilence and anguish, man.
That's
Same
it.
must know it after death by plan.
Yep.
Yeah, that's to let you know that you can't just come to the truth and be the same person. You know, the church say, come as you are. Scriptures don't say that, because clearly right there, like the brother read, amendment. Amendment means to change. You can't be on that same bullshit, man. But I got a precept to back up the Bishop Yaki. This is Isaiah 30. And I'm going to start at verse, I'm going to start at 9. This is a And this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. So that's what they want. They want to hear the smooth things. They don't want to hear that the Lord is going to come and bring destruction, and if you don't correct yourself, you're going to die. That's what the scriptures say. They hate him that rebuketh them and gave it. The thing is, they hate the Lord for one, as the scriptures tell us.
Yeah.
But they hate the fact they have to be corrected to serve the Lord. They want to live according to their flesh. And then they hate that we say if you don't get right, you're going to die.
Right.
Right.
Then they hit you with how you going to judge me. Bitch, just you living wrong according to the Lord, and you mad he going to judge you.
Right.
Just like they put Jeremiah tell them, these niggas not serving the Lord, right? This is the fucked up part. They serving the Queen of Heaven, right? Then Jeremiah said the Lord going to come take his temple away, mess the land up. And these niggas say, Yahweh not going to do that.
Right.
Y'all don't even serve the Lord.
Right.
How you talking? Why you worried about the temple? You worship the Queen of Heaven. Why you worried about the temple now?
Right.
That a nigga don't make sense, man.
They don't.
Like what the fuck?
They get mad at you correcting them. Why they smoking a swisher and eating shrimp?
Right, if I'm so
At
wrong,
the same time.
right,
Hey, that's the song.
eating so many shrimp,
Right, with got all the spices on it. Sitting there holding the dish, smoking the swisher, and telling you that you can't judge them.
right, and then
Yeah,
they
wrong.
don't take you so wrong. Then why you mad at what we saying? Don't worry about it.
Right.
You gonna live, right? You
Yeah.
ain't gotta worry about
Right.
the shrimp, the dope. That shit ain't gonna have no effect on you,
Right.
right?
We tripping.
Right.
Yeah.
Why you
So
with all this gloom and doom? Nigga, that's what the scriptures say. If you don't believe it, you ain't got nothing to worry about, right?
Right.
hey, but we talking about gloom and doom to gloom and doom.
Con.
Oh, it's just a book. You know, they'll say, oh, it's just a book. You reading out of a book. But everything you learn is from a book. What the hell is you talking about?
Word
It's
Bible.
fun,
you know?
Go back to Biblos mean book.
Absolutely,
Books,
everything
yes.
that they've learned is from a book,
Biblically.
right? You learn the basic math skills, reading, writing, and arithmetic. What's the most basic form of arithmetic? Adding, subtraction, and division, which is, quite frankly, in most cases, is all you really need. Because unless you're, a damn
Engineer.
work for engineer or work for NASA, you're never going to use trigonometry. You know?
Right.
Hey, the words of God.
You're never going to use it. It really has no application in life whatsoever.
What? I was just gonna say real quick. It's funny you say that, no application of life. Well, the Bible, the Word of God, that's a living document.
Exactly.
That's a living document.
And that's
man.
why the president was it Theodore Roosevelt. They said that the complete understanding of the Bible is higher than any college education that you can receive, and that holds to be true.
Yep.
That holds to be true. And another thing, while we speaking on these people that are receiving judgment, and first thing I thought about, because I said it in my lesson, and when I'm looking at this picture of this baby, and then I'm looking at the picture of the mother holding the baby, and I'm like, damn, this is really effed up. But the first thing came to my mind is, what the hell did this baby do to receive this judgment?
Right.
And the people were saying, what do you mean? It's a newborn. It didn't do anything. That's where you're wrong. All right? We all have to go before the Father. That's how it works. All right, you die, you go before the Father, you receive a judgment. You rest in the spirit world. All right, and we're gonna get scriptures to cover all this.
No, I got
You rest in the spirit world. All right, and then and not only that, you after resting in the spirit world, you come back here. You go born again as a newborn baby.
Right.
And that child did something really wicked, and I'm thinking it had to be to an Israelite to receive a judgment like that.
Right. Well, the earth is where you play out your judgment
Exactly.
that you got in the spirit world. But Benji still was holding that. Oh,
From the spirit,
Oh, okay.
I have something real quick. It's 2 Ezra 14:35, the back of the elder. For after death shall the judgment come.
Start at 34.
Yes, sir. 2 Ezra 14:34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts,
Man.
ye shall be kept alive.
Your heart meaning your mind.
And they say reform from being carnal and rolling with your own will and understanding to roll with the will and understanding of the Most High God.
YOLO. I'm gonna get down on this crab and this shrimp, homie.
Right. You ain't
I
reformed.
only live it once. No,
Right.
no. There's a payment for that, bro.
That's it.
It says, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
And this is my favorite scripture on the subject matter because it's beyond plain.
Yeah.
So how do you live again after death? It also proves that there's no hell. All right? Because according to them, hell is a forever eternity sentence. This, once you get sentenced to hell, that's for eternal. Well, the scriptures say that the hell and suffering, basically, roughly paraphrased, got thrown into the lake of fire. And so this individual, the Bible, this individual just came. So if you believe in hell, if you're being taught a hell doctrine, it's not biblical.
That's it.
That's someone that's either lying to you. It's just probably some slandering organization that cut a deal with Esau, all right, and it's mad because they're being cornered, they're being exposed, and they're probably losing members the same way that the church did, because the church was real mad about the Hebrews. All right, but I promise you, it wasn't. Well, maybe it was, because the body, is like that. But they were mad about the Hebrews because of waking up to this knowledge. The Christian churches are starting to empty out, and not only the black churches, the Edomite churches, because you think they burned out on Bibles? Edomites are coming to the conclusion, well, shit, this ain't our book. It really ain't for us. The gig is up. They know now.
Right.
Read.
Right.
All
Hey,
right.
that was that one young well, he was a youth pastor, and then he reverted to
Muslim doctrine when he went more into the Bible and was like, wait a minute, this is not for everyone. This is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an Israelite. You know, and so he saw it plain as day. Yeah. He started reading and studying. It's like, wait a minute. And if anyone who reads and studies the Bible, there's no way that you cannot come to that conclusion. Exactly. That if you're not an Israelite, the salvation is only for them when the destruction comes. That's it. All right? And if they're in a certain place. That place happens to be where we're at now, where our boots are on the ground. That's right. This is the kill zone. Yeah. Babylon. This is where shit is about to go down. Hey, I got a quick one for you. Bring it out, brother. This is Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, talking about the Israelites, and set a mark. That Hebrew word for mark is thawa, which means exemption from judgment. So it says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children.
See, that's why I get mad when I hear Esau, Edom, and the church and the narrative. God love everybody. Oh, God, all I got to do is repent for my sins. God know my heart. Yeah, he know it's wicked, and he said he's going to kill you. That's right. You all keep making God the Pillsbury Doughboy. You make the Lord just soft and just. I'm okay. I know I told you no, but it's okay. I know I told you no, but it's okay. I know I told you no, but it's okay. God is not a pushover. God is not a punk bitch.
Hell no, goofy, man.
Yeah. Hey, but just like the elder was saying, how he was saying about the baby who had got, you know, whatever happened to the baby, you was like, man, what a horrible judgment. What did they do when they passed, like, to receive this particular judgment now,
And
right?
that was my mindset. Now, what did they do?
Right, that's what it
For
said.
this child, for this, I think it was a boy, a male child.
That's the
What did
scripture.
that little bastard? And I'm like, well, damn, he clearly, he had to have offended or done something to an Israelite. And probably want to be elect to get a judgment like that. You know?
In the scriptures it says,
Lord didn't even let him turn 1 year old.
Right. So, but it says, slain
Damn.
utterly, old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men. which
Ooh,
was
and the
before
men that
house.
have that mark are gonna be more precious than any gold, any diamonds, anything you've ever seen. Right? And so all this gonna go away in that day.
Yeah, your neck really gonna roll when it's disconnected from your
That's
body, man.
right.
So
Right.
Elder Malcolm said something heavy about the hell doctrine. See the putting off judgments after you die and it's just you go to heaven to hell was one of the, if not the biggest, one of the biggest tricks of the devil. All right, because it made you do what? Well, this Hebrews 2. I'm gonna read it then expound. Hebrews 2:14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is the devil. All right, and how does the devil have the power of death? Well, it tells the wages of sin is death. And then Genesis tells us there's a man on earth who is the ruler of sin.
Yep.
All right, that's Esau, Edom, the people of the Lord's curse. Cain reincarnated. That's this bloodline, right? And delivered them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. YOLO is actually a very fearful, weak spirit.
yes, it is.
All right, because you put off next lifetime, but that's a trick of the devil to make you believe this is it.
You forget for a good time.
Yeah, this is all you got. So go
And
ahead.
there's a lot of Jakes that believe that subscribe to what you just said.
Yeah, most of the people that believe it is Jake.
They all do, because if they believe and knew that judgment would come in the next lifetime,
See
they
that?
would do better. That's the thing with King David.
Yeah, they wouldn't rap about, yo bitch.
And
Yeah.
There's always gotta
this
be
is back to what you just
somebody
said.
else's wife in every goddamn R&B and rap song.
Con.
You know?
Yeah, King David gives the flip side to that. Psalms 27:13. I have fainted unless I have believed to see the goodness of Yahweh in the land of the living. So knowing that all this, and whatever you do comes and messes you on this side in earth, when you feel pain, emotion, hell, happiness, it all affects you here. It puts a realistic perspective on what the scriptures talk about,
Right.
as opposed to the mysticism that comes with, oh, you died, and then maybe this happened, maybe that happened. No, this shit happens here on earth.
Right.
When you see and you know, you feel, you know why this child is fucking retarded, why this child with the bitch on YouTube, the head in the bucket bitch. All right, you understand that? You understand why Israel get their blessing?
That's it.
Because of past lifetime. If
right.
Esau take that away, Wisdom Solomon 2nd chapter goes into it. Our breath is but a life and a vapor.
Mhm.
All right, Esau can make you believe that. Then what? You fear of death. You like, fuck it. Let me just go live it up.
And
I can
Jake-
be subject to the flesh, to the
right.
bondage, to sin.
That's
Right. And Jake knew in the past, and this is evidence of it in John 9:1. This is John 9:1, and Yahushua passed by, and he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Just for him to ask that question,
They knew it.
denotes that it was a possibility that he was coming back because of with blindness because of something he did in his prior lifetime.
See, that's the thing. Who asked that question?
The
One of
disciples.
the disciples.
Huh.
Right, and Yahushua answered, neither has this man sinned or his parents, but that the work of God should be made manifest to him. He said, "Now on this occasion right here,
It's a special.
all right, I made him blind just so I can heal him, all right. But for them to ask, they knew sometimes it was a judgment of the parents that they say, oh, you want to be an asshole? Now I'm gonna have this burden by jacking up your child, all right. And then sometimes no, that child is jacked up because of something they've done in their past lifetime.
It goes to show that some had understanding.
That's right.
All right, because to have understanding, you understand, you don't get punished for the sins of your father.
That's right.
You get punished for the sins you did when you was in your past
That's
lifetime
right.
as your
Absolutely.
forefather, your
Exactly.
great-great-grandfather, whatever.
Right.
Now you come back.
And yeah, because that's what Esau has to understand. that they always say that was our forefathers, and they,
Right.
but they don't want
Acknowledge
either
it
they don't
yourself.
understand or don't want to acknowledge. A lot of them don't want to acknowledge because a
Yeah.
lot of them know. All right, and you know what? And ignoring the truth and making it or turning it into theory and hate. You know, you can't make actual history that took place of hangings, of rape, robbery, and murder, of the genocide of 500 million natives here in the Americas, of 100 million Negroes, slaves dying on a trip. You know, over a
Just
400-year
alone.
period, over 400-year period to the America in the hull of those ships and thrown off ships. You can't make the historical fact of that your fucking theory. It's a historical fact, all right? You know, and then, but what you do is the moment that someone, you know, brings out facts about a particular group of people, you start talking about the you know, the Holocaust.
The hallucination.
You know, the hallucination, right? Well, when my grandfather was in the hallucination, I was like, wait a minute, how did that even become a part of the you know, the conversation?
But also the witness against our people that called for the blood of Yahushua that said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Because I'm gonna read this in Jeremiah, but this when the Lord told Jeremiah basically not to pray for these people, and it goes into it because it basically says how he was going to remember their iniquity. So by remembering their iniquity, there was going to be a judgment for it. So this is Jeremiah 14:10. It says, thus saith the Lord unto this people, thus saith the Lord unto this people, thus have they loved to wander, they have not refrained their feet, therefore the Lord does not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry.
Wow.
And when they offer burnt offering and oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword and by famine and by the pestilence. So that's them people that have to get visited. Just like the elder said, just like Esau, we have his history and all that. There's also the bad hombres from within our people that want to get in leagues with the other nations, that call for Yahushua's blood. Okay, so they also have to play that out, and the Lord's going to remove their you know what he said, I shall remove my peace from this people. So there's going to bring them plagues that are made for what? For amendment.
See, this is one thing that, you know, America has done to the world, man. It's made everybody soften God, made God as the Pillsbury Doughboy. All right. This is Isaiah 47:3. He says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. See, man might be nice. Man might be merciful sometimes. And we know Esau, Edom is more unmerciful than merciful.
Right, yeah, actually,
Right.
man is cruel. Man is very cruel.
Right.
The Lord said, my ways are equal, your ways are not equal. He
That's
said,
right.
if you do right, you receive good. If you do wrong, you're going to receive a punishment.
That's right.
That's plain shit. Like
That's right.
before you.
Now you got Jake as soft and fucking turn. Oh, they said turn the other cheek when they don't understand that breakdown. All right, they've been. I was dealing with the Nicholas and Nicorettas the other day, and they're like, that's racist. That's racist. I would never hate the white man. And it's like they have been so soft eyes and.
When he shows that he hates you every day.
It show in every single
all
way.
Sorts of, you know, they control the media. There's all sorts of crimes being done as I speak.
Man.
With Edomites doing
Against
horrific
so-called
things
Negroes.
to their own people.
Mm-hmm.
To our people, even into their own.
That's
and
right.
those things never make the news.
That's
but
right.
they'll go out of their way to find a story with some stupid ass Jake with a mop head and a shiesty on,
Right.
you know, knocking some old lady down and stealing her purse.
Right. So
Right.
so then they got Jake being all soft.
When all things fail, R. Kelly.
I was just
Right.
No.
And then deflect and
Bill
show
Cosby.
Right. And then
You know,
show
Diddy.
Right. And show the
And
wickedness
those
of
are all
our
things
people.
that they set up.
That's right.
BLM is a white organization with a black name. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
BLM is a part of Antifa. All right? Those are white organizations. BLM is a white organization with a black name. All right? Point blank period.
So when the Lord said he's not gonna meet thee as a man, he's gonna meet thee as a power. If you look at nature itself, all right, do you think that the lion it cares about how the gazelle is feeling, why he's hunting it down.
You having
and
a bad day.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Well, you know what? I come back tomorrow. You know,
what I'm
fuck, I'm family and my family's.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm hungry and my family hungry.
Did I
you
heard?
just go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? But you look at nature, it's violent, man.
I seen the fucking Komodo dragon. It was two of them. They walked up on the fucking goat, and one grabbed the head and the other grabbed the legs, and they ripped the baby came out. It was pregnant. The other one just
Wow.
ate the baby, and he ate the mama.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit. I saw
Two
it.
big ass dragons.
That shit was
walked up.
crazy. Them
So
Komodo
that-
dragons, boy.
Hey,
And
you
then guess what?
Rough.
Hey, them thing a lot, and
Yeah,
they're very
yeah.
fast. They'll chase
Oh.
you. You think you run from them? They're very fast, man. And and what they'll do too is they'll have a toxic bite. If they bite you, death is almost certain. They don't even
Let
have
your ass
to.
walk off.
They don't even have to kill you. They'll just bite you and just follow the blood trail. And
Walk
they
with
gonna
their
catch,
hands over
when
there.
they gonna follow you, and you know, depending on how strong and how healthy you are, how far you gonna get, they'll just walk. They ain't even got to walk fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And when they find you laying there shaking in convulsion, they just gonna start
It's
eating.
not bacteria that was said that it's venom. That was Esau pushed that shit out there just to reconfirm that it's venom, man. Those Komodos are very poisonous, like Mr. Malcolm said. They're poisonous.
But the point is, if God said, I'm not going to meet you as a man, we look at what nature is going on, and we see the hurricanes. You see the thunder, and you see the tsunami. You see the earthquakes and all the natural things. Then what thing about nice you think the Most High is?
Look, you could go up to Lincoln Park Zoo tomorrow. You can go to the North Pond, especially the
Herrings,
North
I already
Pond.
know where you're going.
Yeah, you can just sit there and watch them herons, and watch them snatch up rats that come along the waterfront, the frogs,
Yeah, I was just saying toad,
baby.
Squirrel.
They'll grab squirrels. They'll stab ducklings. You'll see them grab a little duck, toss it in the air, and swallow that motherfucker. Or they'll stab it, because their beak is like a spear. So they usually use their beak to hunt with. They stab it, right? Then they toss it in the air and swallow it. Nature is very, very cruel.
I got a
Right.
precept.
So the Lord set that up. All right.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, this just going into what the elders going into about the Lord and about how he give out the judgment in nature. And you know how he had him rip that little girl up, and how people think that the Lord is just a joke. The Lord said, I'm going to send this just because you think this shit a joke. This is Psalm 78 and 39. It said he remembered that they were but flesh, and the wind passeth away and cometh not again. So the Lord have mercy, but these people think the Lord is a fucking joke. It said, how often they provoke him in the wilderness and grieve him in the heart. Yea, they turned back and tempted and limited the Holy One of Israel. So the Lord, he don't like that shit, man, when you just think he's one-dimensional, man. He gonna send an earthquake. He gonna send a famine. He gonna send the plagues. I'm gonna read it again. You ain't heard of.
Come on,
exactly.
man.
Earth opening up and swallowing your ass.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly, because they
Swallow
us.
Yeah.
But that's the attitude of the people. That's why the scriptures say that. They say that the Lord will need to do this or that.
That's it.
All right, but he said, yea, they turned their back and tempted Yahweh and limited the Holy One of Israel. They remembered not his hand, nor the day when he delivered them from the enemy. So this is talking about niggers. I want to put a perspective on these niggers. It said, how he had wrought his signs in Egypt and his wonders in the fields of Zoan, and he turned their rivers to blood, like the elder Uriah was saying with the elements, and their floods that they could not drink, and that's famine. He set diverse sorts of flies amongst them, which devoured them, and frogs which destroyed them, and that's pestilence and wild beasts. It says he gave also their increase to the caterpillar, and their labor unto the locust. He destroyed their vines with hail, their sycamore trees with frost.
Right.
He gave up their cattle to hail and their flocks to hot thunderbolts. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and trouble by sending evil angels amongst them. So the Lord, as soon as you think he a joke, he just get to fucking you up for thinking it.
At will.
He reminds me of some guys I know.
Hey, Murph, I got that word.
It's serious though. The Lord, don't tempt the
Pop's
Lord,
been
man.
holding
I just had that word limited.
and Canasla too. You still got yours?
I didn't know they had no.
Yeah,
I
you
just had
been.
that word limited though.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, for the word limited, it's a why. It says to pain, wound, trouble, to grieve.
Mm-hmm.
They grieved them in the wilderness, man.
Thinking it's a joke, man.
Right, after the Lord done brought them out of Egypt, did all this. He's a nigga, like the brother said, emphasis on niggas. Because at the end of the day, fuck you niggas, man. There's going to be Revelations.
Lord, real, man.
3. Y'all gonna have to bow at the feet of the elect, man.
Niggas.
Hey, that's some nigger ass shit, man. Like all the miracles that happened in Egypt. You literally saw Moses get in a chariot. You scared the fuck out of you. Scared the living shit out of you. Just because Moses was gone for 40 days. Let's make a calf. And you know what, Aaron? We gonna smoke you if you don't make it for us. That's these niggers, man. All these miracles, all this amazing shit happened, man. You saw your oppressor get completely dominated by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man.
Cucumbers and melons.
Cucumbers and fucking melons, man.
And
You
this
niggas
is-
gotta go, man.
This
They
why you
gotta
can't
go,
be
man.
mad when they don't believe
Fucking
on the
niggas.
line.
I have one real quick.
Go ahead.
Because that's why it says in Hebrews, it calls it an evil heart of unbelief, man. All right? Because, hey, man, if you don't believe, you go straight to the left hand or the right. You're going to do whatever imagination of your heart, man, because you don't believe. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 21. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness has blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern a reward for blameless souls, man. So these niggas don't believe. They don't believe that there's a reward at the end of the finish line. They don't believe that, look, I got to go through this, I got to go through that, I got to go through it to get to it. The scriptures say through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of God, man. This ain't going to be no fucking cakewalk, man. You don't get crowned with immortality being a nigga. You got to be a totally different creature, man. You got to have a completely different fucking download than the rest of these people have in the world, man.
Right, they even show you that in all these make-believe movies, trying to emulate what Copper was talking about right now. When someone is fighting to get a prize, you know, and they always give it to the most upstanding person, the person who was most honest or willing to sacrifice themselves for others, and then they get the reward. You know, it's never to the proud, you know, arrogant one. They don't get it.
Right.
They get the temporal, you know, as the beloved, my beloved brother Yak always say this present temporal evil world, man. They get the temporal blessing, man. The God has got the Lex bubble. All right, got right, you know, right. Well, it used to be a thing, you know. The dude that got the house in the Lex bubble, you know. They got the 6 figure, even better, the one that's got the 7 figures, you know. That gain is godliness, man. Yeah. That's the problem with a lot of these weak, fraudulent camps out here that teach a doctrine that's actually against the Bible, and they get mad when they get called on it and start with the slander. That's another thing I'm pissed about, you know, because here come the Barney camp. You know, when they get exposed, they're getting exposed with all their lies and adultery and everything else. So now they back to the, oh, well, y'all a bunch of grapists, you know. And then they got all them big mouth hoes on the comic board. Well, we need to go to the towns where they live and make sure that they're not snatching up people's daughters. Like the Great Millstone is actually doing things like that, man.
You know what?
Sensational. And when they've already admitted, you know, that you already have the members who supposedly started that lie already apologized for it.
Hey,
But yet you still got certain of their members pushing that shit.
but
They apologize for telling that.
They got the Edomite agenda. See, part of the Edomite agenda is projecting negativity and bullshit and lies. That's all the script, man.
Yeah.
They're being directed by their leadership, man.
That's the spirit of Esau. On them.
That's it. They have the spirit of
slanderer, a murderer.
That's right.
From the beginning.
Even if you guys try to assassinate the character of the elders or what have you, man, it's the same thing you guys did in the past.
Bummer lights.
Tried to accuse Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Yeah.
Trap him up in his words and stuff.
That's it. And so if we're in the seat of Yahweh Shai, of course they would come and do the same shit. And guess what? And it will work to the wicked, and it won't work to the righteous.
Hey, that's how we know we in great company, because they did the same thing to Jeremiah, man. All right, I got something real quick. This is Jeremiah 18:18, because when Jeremiah was rebuking Jake, of course they didn't like to hear it. They said, yeah, we're going to worship the Queen of Heaven. We're going to do whatever we want to do. But then they also said this is Jeremiah 18:18. Then said they, come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah. You know? Because what? Hey, they would bring up slanders, rumors, just like how they doing us. It says,
you have to remember he was young too. They ain't like that shit.
they didn't like this young man rebuking
One
their
of
ass.
them two wicked niggas tried to slander Susanna in the
Nah.
garden. You know, they tried to seduce her into not only having adultery, but getting tag teamed.
Right.
It's like, damn. Right, it's
Trying
exactly.
to build a bridge.
You know, it's like, damn. But not only are we trying to get you to commit adultery against your husband, but you know, you got to take this tag team.
Right.
You know, and you know, right. And so she wasn't having it, man.
Right.
She was like, well, do your worst. I'm going to trust in the Lord. I'm not going to, because she said, well, shit, if I do this thing, my punishment from the Father is going to be worse. All right. So the hell with it. You know, so she screamed out and they screamed out. And then the Lord sent Daniel to make it right, man. And asked him, separated them, asked them simple questions. And them niggas got caught up in their lives, and that's exactly what's gonna happen to the Barneys.
Bring it up, read.
Right?
This is
Them I love you, Barney ass niggas.
That's right. This is Jeremiah 18:18. Then said they, come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah. For the law shall not perish from the priest, nor counsel from the wise, nor a word from the prophet. Because that's what these niggas say. You know, hey, we got our own men of the Lord. We got our own teachers. We don't need to listen to these little niggas. That's what you niggas say now against the men of the Great Millstone. Oh, we got Purple City Bird Gang. We got the Biker Boys. You know what I mean? We got Absalom. We don't need to listen to you niggas. It says, come.
They got them all,
I
don't
was
they?
listening to that Bird Gang earlier. Oh, that shit. That Purple City tape
Purple
wicked
City
as hell.
Bird Gang. It says, come
Y'all too
and
young
let
for
us
that.
smite him with the tongue, and let us not give heed to any of his words. So they would make lies up against the men of the Lord. They made lies up against Jeremiah, man. Just like you niggas doing now. It says, give heed to me, O Yahweh, and hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and turn away thy wrath from them. Therefore deliver up their children to the famine, pour out their blood by force of sword, let their wives be bereaved of their children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death, let their young men be slain by the sword in battle, man. Alright? Because here we are, we trying to do good for you. We trying to give you the word of salvation. And what do you want to do? Shit on us?
Yep.
Persecute us? Slander us? Some of y'all be trying to put hands on us. You fail miserably every time. Some of y'all want to kill us. You know? Because what? We trying to turn you away from your wickedness, that the Heavenly Father may have grace and mercy on you, man.
Right. Well, like the scripture says, light has come. This is the condemnation that light has come into the world, but men love darkness rather than light because their deeds are evil, and they don't want to change their deeds, man. You know, and that's the thing. And when we tell them,
There's
hey,
something, I guess that other man's kitty is just sweeter than your own.
man, it's crazy, man.
You just a little, that flower just a little bit sweeter than the one I got.
Crazy.
Well, you know our people,
Right?
they
Gotta have yours.
Right.
What was that song? Gotta get mine. Gotta get yours. You know.
It's covetousness.
You know.
Talking about they like sloppy seconds.
What you got, Kanafi?
Oh wow, that's disgusting.
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
That's it.
All right, they gotta pay for everything they say, man. The slanders and all, man. And we see it all the time. And even when people say things behind our back, going down the street or wherever, man, they gotta pay for that.
That's it.
Then I got another one. This is Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness that iniquity was there, man. All right, so this is the place of wickedness and where the place of judgment is going to happen, man.
That's
So
it.
they're going to pay here, man, for everything they've done.
That's
That's
right,
it.
and we're looking forward to. We can't wait. Copper,
Bring
did
it
you-
up.
when you was in Jeremiah 18, did you read all the way to 23?
No, sir.
Yeah, you should have took it all the way to 23 because you stopped at 21.
Oh.
Yeah, no, yeah, 22,
Okay.
23 about the shot.
This is
Matter of fact, just read it all again.
this is
Get in
Jeremiah.
context. Just start it again.
Okay.
Context, huh?
This
Give
is
bring him some more of it. That you
some
said.
more of it. This is the book of
Okay.
Jeremiah, chapter 18, verse 18. Then they said, "Come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah."
And that's what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
They're you know, creating these devices, this line, and Esau's in on it, and these other camps are in on it as well, man. Especially the ones who get, look, all we did was went into the Bible and brought out the fact, all right, the fact that the Bible clearly says that when a woman as a girl is a woman when she's reached the flower of her age, point blank period. Whether that be at 14 or if it be at 12, all right, and that was an ancient world custom. We in no way told anybody that there should be doing that now. We just explained that that was in the Bible and that's the way it was in ancient society, and not just the Hebrew Israelite society, but damn near all societies.
Yeah.
The Africans were the same way. The other Hebrew nations were the same way. All right, and I'm pretty sure the Edomites were the same way. All right, because they too are Hebrews. Okay. Now, that's all we did. Then we pointed out the fact that if a man was to take a woman and she didn't cry out, all right, and she was betrothed or belonged to another man, that was adultery and that they should both get put to death. We also brought out the fact that if a woman lies with a man, all right, or if the man you know, forces the woman and the woman does cry out, she's telling him, don't do this thing, I belong to another man, I'm betrothed to another man, you do that anyway, then only the man gets put to death.
Like murder.
All right? As simple as that. And if it happens to a woman and she's not betrothed and she's not promised, then the man still has to pay the dowry to the father, to that family. And then he's stuck with that one. He may not even like her.
Yep.
After he hit, you know, 3 weeks, a month later, he's like, damn, I chose her. But he's stuck with her now.
That's right.
All right? It's like, no, man, you took the candy. All right, now you gotta take care of her whole life.
Right, because
and she won't shut up. You stuck with her now. Right?
Because it kept our women from being whores. See, unlike
Exactly.
now, you women take pride in being whores. You have slut walks. All right, you have pride in having used coochie. Then you will never have true happiness.
And then have a nerve to have demands.
Right. And that's why you are exactly, yo, the fuck. And that's why you bitches, you so free right now, right? You finally got free of the patriarchy. You do what the hell you want to do. Then why are you motherfuckers on antidepressants higher than ever now?
Right.
All right. Why is arranged marriages? Why are they statistically both parties involved? The marriages last longer.
Yep.
All right. And both parties are happier.
Yep. Yes.
All right. Why is that? Because that's how things were meant to be. Now you out here going from dick, that, this dick. Right. As the saying goes, you suck it every time's every dick. All right. And that ain't depressed. All right. That shit kept you from that, man. All right. You had a man. You had a husband, even though he did what he did. Guess what? You stayed with him because that was the custom. The custom wasn't. We're not saying, oh, go ahead and just rape a bitch. No, that wasn't what we did. Arranged marriage was the number one way we dealt with in Israel. And then you had the Exodus, I believe, the 21st chapter that goes into when you mack a bitch down. All right, and then you have entice, and then you have the Deuteronomy example. It's 3 different ways it happens, man. It's that simple. It wasn't just that's what we did. We just go snatch a bitch up. Right. No, it happens in society though, and it's how you have to deal with it according to the law, man.
That's right, brother.
It's that simple. The law of Moses tells you if this arises in your society, this is how you deal with it. It's how you have a peaceful society. All right, don't murder one another. Don't steal from one another. Don't covet your neighbor's shit. All right, don't commit adultery. If you see a homeless man taking the edge, for one, don't trim the edges of your vineyard. Leave it for the homeless. All right, Proverbs talk about if a homeless man steal from you to eat, Don't be too upset
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
And then in case breaks do happen, is how you handle these three different situations. That's what
Exactly.
Malcolm explained.
And that's all we did, and it caused this big uproar of you effeminate, soft, bitch ass people. The purple and the purple people lost their mind. All matter of fact, these guys have fell out the truth over that, left the camps.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Lord didn't want them anyway.
My mama didn't like you, y'all red, brother.
Right.
You a bitch.
And
You a bitch, nigga.
One of the top sexual fantasies of women is rape, man.
And that's been scientifically proven
Man, I
according
don't
to
give
their
a
own
fuck.
science.
Every
You
woman
done
wants to
had a
man
lot
handle
of
it.
you done had a lot of
say choke me.
you done had female psychiatrists
They got that.
bring that information.
Yeah, it's a trend even today. With they have no interviews, and a dude will put his hand around a bitch's neck, and a bitch in milk.
Yeah.
It's trending.
I like it.
It's
Trending
trending.
in the club every time about a video.
That shit's simple, man. Every bitch want to be manhandled, man. Every bitch. That's why it's called Pound Town. What the fuck you talking about?
Come take me to Pound Town.
You and that bitch humping like a damn rabbit. No bitch want that.
Oh.
You and that humping like a
The
rabbit.
apostle of the concept, man.
What's wrong with you, man?
Hey, I was gonna say, man, and then the fine you had to pay for taking it. The fine was that was not cheap, bro.
No, it's equivalent to about $1,500.
Yeah.
If you look at the what was it?
No, it's
Something
40
shekels.
shekels.
No, the 50. No.
No.
If you look at the 50 shekels silver, I'm talking about the modern day times.
Right.
50 shekels of silver, and you do it, it'll be around $1,500, $2,000 or something.
Trust me.
Well, I mean, you want to go look at it on a modern day time coin to what it is worth today.
What he's saying is what it's worth today. It's gonna be a lot higher than $1,500. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot higher.
It's like that is what kept you from doing it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if you couldn't afford it, that was your ass.
That's true. You have to be able to afford it.
You have to be able to afford it. And a nigga that can afford to do it wouldn't have to do it.
40
That was a part of the fucking punishment.
That's look that good.
Yeah, because now you got to go into you got to go into so you got to go and become what do they call it? A debt slave.
Right.
Because you got to pay off this debt now.
Right.
Right. So you took a piece of kitty, and 10 years later you still working on this
still working
guy's
it out.
farm,
And you don't even like the bitch.
and you don't even like her.
Now you stuck with it. That was that law that kept you from doing that, man.
Yeah.
Like man, you people, they don't read, man. They don't research things.
And then they
man.
get mad when the messengers bring out the truth. All right, and you know what it was? What it came down to is all these women-friendly camps that are trying to women please.
Yep.
And keep women in their church so that they can get money. They know women spend money and get money.
Yep.
So and that mainly the Purple Gang and also the Legion of Doom. Them black motorcycle wearing, black glasses, everything black, combat boot wearing, spike, right, looking like the Road Warriors and Legion of Doom.
They serve the nigga God.
Demolition. Yeah, the ones that
They
serve the
serve
nigga
the
right,
God.
the ones that serve the nigga God, smoke weed and sodomize their wives in the butt. Them guys. We don't need to mention their names. All right. Yeah, those guys, man.
Oh, they say the mark of the beast sleeping with the white woman too.
I'm guilty.
You know the murder would have been smoked.
Yeah. So right. So where's
We
that?
all would have been smoked.
Where's
for the
that in the
most part.
scriptures, man?
That's folly, bro.
Right? When not that I'm desiring just to run out and get me a whole bunch of Edomites, although I don't have an issue with Edomite women.
Read it on.
And the reason I don't is because it's my God-given right.
Read on.
As a man of the Lord, man, the Lord said that the heathen belong unto us. And what real man in the warrior state of mind, in a godly state of mind, don't want to be dominant over his enemy's women?
Let's go.
Especially after they did it to us. The Bible says that everything they did to us has to be done unto them double.
I got a scripture.
So everything that they did to us, it has to be done unto them double. That is righteous. That is judgment. All right, that's what true. What's that chick named Grace, whatever it is, always talking about? She on Justice. No, that chick that be on the TV, the blonde chick.
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace.
Oh man, she's
always mad about this and mad about she want justice.
I want justice.
You don't want justice.
Yeah,
you want
read
justice. Then if you want justice, give your house back, close your bank account, all of that, man. Get back the land that you bought because you bought land that was stolen, man. All right.
You see, they gave that girl. Well, I'm gonna read this.
Read it, brother.
This is second. Going back to what the elder's saying about these other selective camps and this BS.
This is 2 Peter 2:1. It said, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways. So I'm not surprised that you believe these idiots, because we already read it. But it says, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So they get down on the great doctrine, or they get around on us getting down on these so-called these nigger women. But this is because it's the truth. That's why they all have so much shit to say about it. That's why it's controversial. That's why none of them have to agree with each other, but they can agree with each other to come with us, because they don't even believe what they say they believe. They're idolaters.
I got a precept.
Fuck them niggas. Go ahead.
This is Job 4:7. I'm gonna read to 9. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, or what the righteous cut off, and they get upset when we say children don't get put to death.
Yep.
And they try to act like they innocent, but they're not. Verse 8. Even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. So they gotta pay for whatever you reap. You reap what you sow.
That's right.
You sowing wickedness, you gotta pay for your work, for judgment.
Yeah,
with
so
that.
if you slandering brothers just to get views, just to keep, trying to keep women in your church, man. Look, the Lord promised. Look, the Lord told you. Somebody get real quick, Isaiah 4:1, man.
Yes,
right. The number of completion. All right, and get Matthew 19. Okay, because be patient and wait, man. You ain't got to have all the holes on this side. Right? You ain't got to have, all you the cars, the clothes, the hose guys. That's not what's up. What's up is pleasing the Lord, man. The Lord gonna give you women and wives. Women are gonna be different. The Spirit of the Lord is gonna move on you. They're not gonna be envious toward each other, and they're going to desire you, man. All you brothers, man. Your women are gonna come from the women that are watching you.
Bring it out.
There are. You don't have to sit up and go on the thing and slide left and right. None of that shit. You're doing that. You wasting your time. You're just gonna end up with drama. All right. The Lord is going to bring you and give you your women, man. Wait for it. And that's a message to all the brothers. Wait for it, man. You ain't got to deal with all them headaches, because no woman is going to be right on this side. They're not. They're really not, man, because they're gonna their womanly instincts and their Western instincts are going to eventually kick in. All right, and it's just the truth of the fact, man. So just be patient and wait. We so close, brothers. We so close. It's here. All right.
Can I finish this?
Then the Lord gonna give you good women, man.
Clean.
All right.
Go
ahead, brother.
This is Job 4:9. By the blast of the Most High power of God, they perish, and by the breath of His nostrils are they consumed. So the Lord is going to destroy you with a hardcore judgment. So you're going to get death by pain, and you're going to get consumed by the fire, man. So the Lord is about to bring a famine out here, the sword, all that being eventually burn all you niggas, man. And even you niggas that died will come back and get burned.
And the Lord and the stock of the men of the Lord is going to go through the roof.
See, that's the
right. See what? So for you sisters that are watching, that is sincere and serious, man. All right, keep it together and keep waiting, because these men in this room with me and the men that do this work are going to be invaluable.
That's right.
Right? They're going to be invaluable, man. And so their stock is going to go way up, and it ain't no 7-figure, and big body Lexus big body Beamer going to be able to compare to these men.
That's right.
All right.
I got to Isaiah 4, but before I get it, I had Isaiah 13 to hand in hand with it. It says Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious. Absolutely. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So
before you go to that, before you finish it, somebody get 2 Ezra 16:73. All right, it's 16 and 73 because
I got
we're
it.
getting down to the crunch time, man. And we're about to find out. We're gonna find out who the true men of the Lord are, man.
This is
You
second.
know, and then, you know how we have those the different tests that we would take. That we used to take all them tests, right? And you know, and I never failed any of those tests. I always passed them. All right. Why? Because I studied to show myself approved, just as all these brothers here did, man. All
This
right.
is up.
That's
And so we're being tested by the Lord, and I promise you that the majority of the Barney gang, and I probably almost all the motorcycle prophets, you know, the leather jacket wearing black, you know, black leather boots,
to the bone.
right? Them dudes, yeah. And then them dudes who have the name, and them dudes who have the name of the group that went around going against the Lord, stabbing people up back in the day. All right, those guys did not do the work of the Lord in the ancient world. Why you want to wear that name?
Exactly.
Dude, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. All right.
Our butter knife and them.
Who the true
gangsters.
Yeah.
Israelites.
Little Larry.
You know, we gonna find out who the true men of the Lord are. All right, very very soon. But go ahead and get them.
Yes, sir. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 73. It says, "Then shall they be known, who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." And they're going to come out shining. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. That's right. Because that's his will, man. That's why it says, give diligence to make your call and election sure.
That's
and
right.
Put on, therefore, as the elect.
Hey, I was gonna say Elder Yak because in that verse above it, it says, "For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." So, the world's perception of a high value man, is he still that when he loses everything?
That's right.
Right.
See, we here in the Great Millstone, we used to losing everything.
We already
That's
did.
right.
We lost everything for
We
how
done
much?
lost everything already.
Matter of fact, gave it up.
Willingly.
But the scripture
Exactly.
says, there is he that maketh himself rich, yet he is
I'm
poor.
getting it right
And
now.
there is he that maketh himself poor,
Go ahead.
yet he is
Hey, I
rich.
walked away from what I loved
Let's go.
to do this.
That's right.
Let's go.
You know?
Hey, you
And
got,
I'm not gonna sit up and toot my horn, man. But I was up there.
man, I'm telling
And
you
I'm
right now, I
connected
do
to some very
no homo.
very high level people, man. I was in that shit.
Shit.
Shit,
Hey,
Jamie Dimon.
hey, I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know one nigga that had dinner with Jamie Dimon.
No, what you mean, trained Jamie Dimon? Was in a room with him and his wife and counseling them and talking to them at the table.
right.
Goddammit.
Hey,
Fuck outta here.
Hey, y'all can Google who that is, man.
And if you don't know, you know now.
Niggas,
If you
hey,
do
hey,
it.
man, hey, Jake gave it up, man.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
a lot of these niggas, man, when they lose everything, a lot of them, they can't take it,
And
man.
we got brothers that walked away from the NFL, man.
That's
Come
right.
on.
That
Right,
refuse
come
to
on.
stop teaching His word. You know, in
Yeah.
the locker rooms of the NFL, man.
Hey, right.
Having all out debates and wars, man.
Come on.
That's the reason why vocab came up.
So the
In the
Lord,
Greek.
yeah. So the Lord, you know, is walking away from that, man.
Hey,
You know, I could have had a really good. I could have been. Not only could I have been a fighter, I was an excellent coach, man. All right. So
Shit, still is.
to hell with all that, man.
100 grand.
This is what's important to me.
That's right.
All right.
Hey,
These men, man.
and you know, when you say that, it make me think about the great dentists in Dallas. It make me think about the great boxers all over. Man, I can see it. Matter of fact, there's a great orator in this room right now. I'm telling you right now, there's people who turn down hundreds of thousands of dollars, okay, to millions of dollars for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And guess what? If you ask them, they'll do it again. All right? Because fuck, he say, what is it there to gain the whole world and to lose your own soul?
Yeah.
Huh? Let me hit the rest of the scripture. It says, Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than a fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Now, and I ask this every time I hit this scripture: who in this room has held a full bar of gold, like a real bar of gold? And every time I answer, okay, it's minimum to none. All right? And if it was, it's like, oh, were you able to keep it? No. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, then the Lord said that's going to be that man. That a man is, and right now, a man right now, fuck a nigga man. Fuck a man. I don't need no motherfucking man. All right? And that day, keep that energy. Keep that same motherfucking energy. I pray that anybody who don't need me now, you don't want me later.
And I'm gonna say, oh, you didn't need me.
No.
I thought you, but I gave you me. I gave you me. Yeah, you didn't. I wasn't good enough. You stupid son of a
I was
bitch.
gonna say shit. Goldman Sachs, they said the AI is getting ready to take 300 million jobs within the next 5 years.
It's happening already, man.
It's happening
So
already.
a lot of these CEOs, all right, are about to lose their jobs, man. Why do you think they're all buying bunkers and shit? They know shit is about to happen.
They have the first AI CEO too.
Oh,
Right? So this is Isaiah the 4th chapter in the 1st verse. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, and for the record, the word 7 is shabai, which means a complete number. So it could be 1,000, it could be 5, it could be 100, it could be whatever that number is for you.
That's right.
All right?
And whatever the Lord has allotted for you.
That's right. Shall take hold of one man.
Because there's no way, and I'm going to assume it's always going to be a high number, because the scriptures clearly says that the one little one should become 1,000.
That's right, brother.
So there's no way. So even with 5 wives, it's going to be hard for you to make 1,000 children.
How much I said 100 folks. So
That's right.
and all the men that's doing the work, at least got 100.
At least.
I got the
Bare minimum. Bare minimum. So it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. I mean, don't worry about, you don't got to worry about cleaning, you don't got to worry about cooking, you don't got to worry about my clothes, baby. Don't worry about none of that for me, baby. All right? Only let us.
Put it in modern times, basically say if society was going like this, the bitches would say, I'm going to pay for everything.
Yes. Yes.
You bitches mad about 50-50, just
Yes.
talking about the women.
I got the clothes. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I got it covered.
Hey, I explained that to a bitch, and she said, she scoffed it too. She said, let's talk about me bringing my own shit. I don't want that. She literally said that. She literally said
She got it.
She got it.
What that means, you read it to her, she understood.
I understood it. She like, that made me bringing my own shit to the table. Oh, I ain't doing that shit for no man. This is exactly what she said.
So we already know.
Bitch.
She was a black woman.
A black
bitch.
Well, now it's gonna be other bitches joining too. But I promise you this: when that day comes, when she out there, and when she everybody else's girlfriend, she ain't gonna have. See, that's the difference. Now, because she could have been one of many wives. Now she gonna be, everybody's woman. When they all taking their turn with
A wife for many.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish
So it's gonna be the opposite for her. That's a promise.
And wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And the only way a woman can get a man's name is through procreation, through sex, through what they so-called white men call marriage.
Sex.
Right? In order for a woman, for an Israelite woman to have the name of an Israelite man, she must be in sexual relationships with them.
Yeah, the way they consummate a marriage is through sex. That's the way it gets consummated.
All over the planet. I don't care what race you at, whatever culture at. Once you consummate it, they all say, you fucked? That's marriage.
That's right. Because you can annul it. You can annul it on the basis of
non-sex. That's right.
You said we never had sex.
Oh, they showed you that on Vikings, and that nigga Rolo said, "No, I'm going to get my bitch." He said, "You ain't did the bed change." He said, "We can annul it." That nigga told him, "You fucking move." That he went, remember? But they brought out the law, but that's how you know that was the wicked niggas. Back in the he brought, but we gonna know it. Man, if you don't get the fuck out my way. But that showed you what consummated. Going back to what the elder said. Hey, you know what? Hey, yeah, remember
TM sex?
King David went and got his Yeah, he definitely went and got a
Yeah, she was promised to him before she got married to this other man. So
that nigga was crying.
So her marriage to that other man was disannulled.
Priest, that's my wife.
All right. So as soon as he got on, he was like, okay, so he went and got it.
Yep, that's right.
He's like, no, homie, you got that. That ain't yours, that's mine.
He had to think
Matter
about
of fact,
that.
I should have put you to the sword if you were touching it. All right?
Abner told that nigga walk the other way, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how Abner was
Right.
real. Abner fucked with Abner.
He was like, look, bro, hey, bro, don't try to fight over it. Let it go. She ain't yours. You need to walk the other way, homie.
And you know he was wicked. He felt he got over on David when he first got it. Like, I knew that nigga wasn't real. He was talking shit. You know he was talking shit. This is Psalms, Proverbs, real quick. This is Proverbs 13:7. It says, there's a man that maketh himself rich yet have nothing.
Yes.
There's a man that maketh himself poor yet have great riches. and it's true. You know, I always said, if all you have money, you have nothing. If all you have is the truth, you have everything.
That's right, bro.
I don't need a passport. I got on the red line to get mine.
See, now what do Yahweh Shai have to deal with in his ministry? He'll say, "Go thy way." He says, "Come and follow after me." Oh well, let me. I gotta go bury my dad real quick. Oh wait a minute, hold on. I just got married. I gotta go, deal with the woman real quick. I just bought a field. God damn it. Let me go get field. He said, "Let the dead bury the dead, man." All right. Go ahead, brother.
Imagine worried about a fucking field.
Hey,
Come on, man.
that's how you
know. That's Jake. That's Jake.
That's Jake. That's the Islam niggas. That generational wealth. That's them 19. Yeah, them some 19 keys niggas. Let me go get this gold. Let me go build some. That's them.
Yeah.
You can't read the Bible and say this ain't the same niggas regurgitating.
That's it.
Yeah.
African. Fuck out of here.
Peter and his brother, and Yahushua came. He said, "Hey, I'll make you fishermen of men." He said, "Straightway." They ain't think about it. They ain't contemplated. Like, damn, man, I got to do all this inventory for this nigga. No, they just went and did what they had to do,
You
man.
gotta understand how wealthy fishermen are,
Man.
And look, one salmon, a salmon from, I think it was from Boston, the ocean we get from Boston, whatever, northeast, whatever city was in, sold for 4.4 million. This is one fucking fish. Fishermen get paid.
They gone 6 months out of the year because you got catching season. Whenever they make, got to get them that whole fucking year. So that shit ain't chump change.
You in Atlantic, that shit rough waters out there.
Yeah, it's a dangerous. The sea has claimed the many fishermen, man. All right, a lot of fishermen boats get caught. We all saw that. If you didn't see the movie The Perfect Storm, I highly suggest you watch it.
I watch it.
All right, and that was a true story, and that's and the Lord had it out just for them.
Deadliest catch.
Clearly, none of them supposed to make it home. Right? And
She was standing on her porch for a long time.
Yeah. He tried to ride the waves and play the tough guy, but you can't. 200-foot swells, man. That's a. It's like mountains of water just rolling. Big ass hills just rolling, man.
Hey, now that you brought that point up, so when the 12 was on the ship, and just to see Yahushua, walk on water like that's a scary sight, man.
Yeah.
Them waves being that tall.
The sea is frightening, man. If you've ever been in the sea and been in deep waters, I have. And the sea is very frightening. I saw a 20-foot great white breach the sharks breach the water like whales do. I didn't even know they did that.
Hey, so like,
All right, and I was on San Nicolas Island. All right, I was walking down San Nicolas Island, man. I walked up on that was a book, that was a story that's crazy because I heard that book Salakia Nagab, but I heard that story when I was like in the 3rd or 4th grade about the island of the Blue Dolphin and had no idea that one day I would actually be on that fucking island because San Nicolas Island was the island of the Blue Dolphin. All right, and where all that took place when they removed the native tribe because the island sits about 70 miles offshore California. And there was Gadites living on that island, and that's a whole other story. But nevertheless, I was walking down that beach, and I saw like a sea lion, like a damn, almost 6 foot long sea lion, and it had a chunk missing out of it about the size of, I would say, 3 large watermelons. Right out of his midsection, you can clearly see that a shark bit it damn near in two, and just kept going. Didn't even eat it. Just took the bite and kept swimming. And the sea lion washed up on the shore with a blood trail going back into the water. Damn. And I'm like, what the fuck? All right. And in that same water, where probably about 5 or 6 minutes after I saw that sea lion, so that means that it just happened. Right. I saw that shark pop up out the water and slam back into the ocean, man. I had never seen that before. All right, so the Lord got creatures out here. You're right. The sea is powerful. It's scary, and there's nothing to play with.
And if you
they had a image at the port, back at the port, of 2 men 6 foot tall standing next to a shark with an open mouth as big as that doorway. All right, both those men were on both sides of that shark. All right, and his mouth was. They were both 6 foot tall, and his mouth was bigger than them. All right, so there's creatures Right? So those be those spirits created for vengeance and teeth to tear. It is a horrible thing, a frightening thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You being out on the sea and them damn waves is taller than your fucking house. You know? And then you get in the water and you gotta, you know, meet that thing.
And just to put it into perspective, this is from Google that research. 5%. I asked the question: how much of the seas and oceans have been explored by man? They said 5%. In fact, most of the waters remain unexplored, uncharted, and unseen by our eyes.
That's bullshit. You can't even say 5% because you don't know how big the rest of it is to say 5%.
So it's less than that, right? And it might be shocking to
Esau
find
gotta
out,
give you a number.
but only
throw a theory out there.
That's right. But only 5% of the oceans have been explored and charted by humans. The rest, especially its depths, are still unknown. And the ones that they tell you that the accounts for people who have went as far as they can go down with the submarines, they seen creatures in sizes of creatures that were larger and that was outer world that they couldn't even explain. One was so bad they said they went to a cave and they went to another opening and they looking to open and shine the light and the one, it was an eyeball the size of the opening, and they said they got the fuck up out of there. They Leviathan, I'm telling you.
Yeah, imagine you shine a light on something that's
big as your craft,
30 times the size of your craft, and the eyeball look back at you. Run, you know.
That's it. And that's what they did.
They was like full reverse, full engines reverse.
Slow as fuck.
Please, Lord, please.
This is Psalms 107 and 23. They that go down to the sea in ships that do business in great waters, these see the works of Yahweh and his wonders in the deep. So we ain't even seen a spark of the Lord's creation, man.
It says, why is 95% of the oceans unexplored? Conditions in the deep sea environment include very high pressures, total darkness, extreme temperatures, and toxic chemicals. It said, we can't do it. We can't do it, boss.
Yeah,
all right?
And don't forget about the story when they put that RFID tracker in that 12-foot long female shark.
Yeah.
And something grabbed her and took her to depths where sharks cannot and do not swim. And her body temperature changed, and then it washed up on shore 4 or 5 days later.
Right.
She had been she got swallowed. It didn't even chew her. Right, that shark got swallowed.
Hey, I got a quick one.
Go ahead, bring it up, brother.
And then we're gonna wrap it up, yo. The brother Capo.
What's gonna big enough to swallow a 12-foot, 1,200 pound, 12-foot long female shark?
And that's why they
what could just swallow? Don't even chew it. Just swallow it.
Right. So this is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42, verse 22. Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that a man may see even to a spark.
Spark.
Wow.
Approve of this bullshit analogy that they try to say the earth is flat, but you can't even fucking discover the goddamn sea. How the fuck you gonna say the earth flat? This is bullshit you saying was not true at all. We understand the earth is a sphere. But it just shows you can't even discover everything that the Lord created.
Flat, it would be daylight across the whole earth at the same time.
Exactly.
It would be night across the whole earth at the same time. And all I know is that when I was in Japan all them years ago, when I would call my mother in the daytime, it was night here, and vice versa. So that alone, all right. If it was flat, the sun would be up. There would be no need. The sun that sits over the whole earth. We'd all be on the same time. It's just retardation and stupidity of people, man. All right.
Stay away from those guys.
Trying to be deep.
Trying to be exactly. Right. Trying to get followers or whatever, man.
The whole community of this shit.
They want to argue with you.
Right.
And every time I ask that question, it's silence. Nobody's answered it yet.
Of course.
I said, well, then if that be the case, then look, this is fact. All I know is that I'm talking to my mother, and it's in this nighttime where she is, when it was daytime where I was. I was on the other side of the earth. All right. and then it don't make sense if you got a flat plane. You know, how's it gonna be dark over here and light over here and it's flat and the light's over it, shining down on it? It's fucking retardation, man. All right, shut your dumb ass up, looking ass. All right, bring it out, brother.
This is Romans chapter 11, verse 33. It says, "O depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and the knowledge of the Most High, how unsearchable are His judgments, and His ways past finding out." So yeah, it's even more. It's certain things. But it says we only see to a glimmer. That's even if the Lord reveals it unto you, man. Hey, Esau ain't found out. He's finding out that he's really truly a dumbass.
And even, yeah, he is, and he's also found out that he's evil. Many of them know that, and they're angry about it. Especially the imposters that claim to be us. All right, that is outside of the talk. You know, the whole world is talking about the Israelites. The Israelites are trending. But another topic that the world is talking about is about the people in the land of Israel are imposters and not the people of the Lord. That's right. That's a trending topic that's not going away, and it's being talked about from their own people.
Let's go.
Perfect. You know, hey, so we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Anybody's got some closing scriptures?
I got one.
Bring it out, brother.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Damn, that was a perfect scripture to close on. Perfect. Hey, so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Bob Babal.
Turn those machines back on.